We are live inside Labatt Memorial Park here for Game 3 of the Inter-County Baseball League quarterfinals between the visiting Brantford Red Sox and the hometown, the London Majors. I'm Noah Smith as we welcome you up here into the Game Day London broadcast booth. Running solo tonight as we bring you the action. It's a good one. The Majors last night in Brantford, an exciting win to go up 2-0 in this series, taking a stranglehold over the Brantford Red Sox and looking to close it out tonight. They're going to go to the righty Bo Lewington in tonight's matchup, looking to close it out and looking to be the third team in the Inter-County Baseball League to punch their ticket to the second round. A couple of games this afternoon, finishing up some series, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. The Brantford Red Sox coming into this ball game knowing that they're going to have to put it all on the line here, or else their season could be over by the time they drive back to Brantford tonight. The Majors looking to punch their ticket to round two. A very important game on all sides of it here as the London Majors look to win this series 3-0. Let's go ahead and check out the starting pitchers in the ball game tonight. We talked about how Bo Lewington will go for the Majors. 1-1 record this year. The ERA a little bit elevated. 4.56 this season for the Majors, as K per 9 sitting at 8.5, and the walks per 9 sitting at the number you see it there. Starting for the Brantford Red Sox, as we pull it back up on the screen there for you if we can, it is Sean Hood-Tibbin. You might remember the name. Former London Major, pitched for the Majors just a little while ago. 0-5 record this year with the Red Sox. The ERA way elevated here, but we've seen that throughout the Brantford Red Sox lineup and throughout their pitching rotation. The ERA not fantastic. He'll look to be the guy to hold off the Majors' bats here in this ball game. K per 9 at 7.3 and the walks per 9 way elevated at 15.21. He'll look to try and keep the ball in the strike zone. He's going to have to avoid the Majors' bats, but it's going to be the only way he wants to have success in this game and keep the Brantford Red Sox season alive. It is a good one here. A gorgeous day for baseball in London. The sun is out, blue skies, and we get underway shortly here from the Forest City. It is a little bit breezy, the wind blowing around out in center field. We'll see if that changes throughout the course of the ball game. Four-man umpire crew, as you see on the field there. This afternoon, this is the late game of the 3 games in the Inter-County Baseball League today. Let's check out some of the scores from earlier on in the ball game. Earlier on in the day, I should say, as you see there, now 2 series complete. The Toronto Maple Leafs, they won today. Come from behind, win 3 runs in the bottom half of the 9th inning to beat the Barrie Baycats and eliminate them in 3 straight ball games. Not the way we saw that 4-5 matchup going on the side of the bracket that the Majors are on. We might see them in round 2. That is still to be decided, and the reason for that is the Hamilton Cardinals have taken a 2-0 series lead on the Guelph Royals in the best-of-5 quarterfinals on the other side of the bracket. A massive win today against Guelph. We knew that series was going to be a good one. The Hamilton Cardinals, a dark horse team coming into these 2022 playoffs. And I don't think you'd be surprised if you told someone that series was at 2-0, but I think they'd be surprised if you told them the Hamilton had the 2-0 series lead. Game 3 in that series goes Tuesday night in Guelph. Welland, the first team to advance. They beat Kitchener a night ago to beat the Panthers 3-0. The London Majors, top left of your screen there, 2-0 lead over the Brantford Red Sox. Right now, they're looking to close that one out tonight. They are just finishing up the on-field introductions of the London Majors, and we'll get to their lineup before they bat in the bottom half of the first inning. But some changes in the London Majors lineup tonight. You're not going to see Robert Mullen behind the plate. Kieran Bowles will get the start. Dan Perrier is going to be at first base for the Majors, and we'll get to a few of the other changes here in Game 3 as Keith Candell gets announced out onto the field. And with that, we'll go ahead and we'll take a break here on Majors TV. We have anthems up, and after that, it's first pitch here in Game 3 of the Inter-County Baseball League's quarterfinals on Majors TV.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and athletes. Whether it's the London Knights, Nationals, or Lightning, or even your London Majors, Game Day London has you covered. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. Game Day London, a proud sponsor of your London Majors.
My name's Tiffany Creasy, and I take care of the sales and marketing at Rickard Promotions and Recognition. Some of the things that we do at Rickard Promotions and Recognition is we bring your brand to life. We kind of put your logo on anything that you can give away or brand, and we can service clients right across Canada. At Rickard Promotions and Recognition, we can take care of your designing of your logo, for any artwork that you need done, for the branding. And a lot of people don't realize we can do that here. We also have our in-house production that we take care of your order from start to finish right here at our one location. So with keeping everything in-house, from graphic design to in-house production, we're able to get you your order a lot quicker with a faster turnaround time. We'll help gather your ideas together, give you some options to kind of narrow down the search for you, whether it be from your apparel to promotional products. And from there, we'll get your mock-ups done, proofs done, order done, and the quality control is right there all along the way for you.
So tell me where it hides. I know I got some lightning currents running through me. I found that silver lining on the inside of me. Yeah.
We're back here at Labatt Memorial Park here in downtown London as the Brantford Red Sox and the London Majors get set to battle here in Game 3. Casper Marcus throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. As we get set for this one, Bo Lewington on the mound for the Majors. As mentioned, let's go ahead and check out the starting lineup for the visiting Brantford Red Sox, brought to you by EatHealthyEats.ca. Jesse Fishbaum will lead things off for the Sox. He'll be in center field. John DeZomba back in the lineup tonight for the Red Sox. We did not see him in Game 1 on Friday night. He'll be at third base. Nick Burdett, he is at first base again, once again playing defensively in the ball game, batting in the third spot. Evan Ryan, Roger Keane in right field, Tyler Wilson in left. Jordan Young is playing shortstop. Nolan Gallagher at second base, and Brady Pomerlow, who will be the catcher in the ball game for Sean Hood-Tidman. And that rounds out the Brantford Red Sox lineup here in this ball game. Dan Perrier is over at first base for the Majors in this ball game. You saw him there on your screen as he gets ready. He's one of the changes for the Majors today, playing defensively. Kieran Bowles will be behind the plate catching for Bo Lewington, as mentioned. The biggest notable change there is Robert Mullen not in the lineup today. He was on field warming up and taking batting practice, but I imagine just getting the day off here in Game 3 against the Red Sox. Taylor Wright at third base. The Majors infield is Wright, Candell, Newton, Perrier from left to right. The outfield, Reichstein in left, Wilkie in center, and Starling Joseph in right field. Gorgeous night for baseball here in London, as mentioned. The sun out and a little bit warm this afternoon. An earlier contest on this Sunday night than usual. 6:05 the scheduled first pitch. We're a little bit behind that schedule. 27 degrees, feeling a little bit more like 30 here in the Forest City. There's that final warm-up pitch from Lewington to the backstop, but we are just about ready to go here in Game 3 of the IBL quarterfinals, as Jesse Fishbaum will come to the plate and get sent to bat and lead things off. Welcome you wherever you're watching here on this Sunday night. Third game in the IBL today. two afternoon contests, one at Christie Pitts in Toronto. The Maple Leafs victorious over the Baycats, eliminating them in 3 straight games. And the Hamilton Cardinals, a big win at Bernie Erber Stadium in Hamilton. A 2-0 series lead over the number 2 seed Guelph Royals right now. Here's the first pitch from Bo Lewington, called a strike. And Lewington will get ahead 0-1 here to begin the ball game against Jesse Fishbaum. Lewington ready on the mound. Here is his 0-1 delivery. Comes up and in, and that one's going to hit Fishbaum. So the leadoff man will be aboard here for the Red Sox to begin the ball game. As the second pitch from Bo Lewington is upstairs to hit Fishbaum. After a gorgeous first pitch strike to begin the ball game, that one gets away from Lewington. John Zamba at the plate now with Fishbaum aboard to begin the inning here and begin the ball game for the Red Sox. Lewington working from the stretch. Here's his first pitch. That one inside. Bull's getting some work early on as he had to reach over the inside part of the plate to make sure that one didn't go to the backstop. Fishbaum with the lead at first base. Lewington, high leg kick inside with the fastball, and he falls behind 2-0. Three straight pitches not close to the zone here for Lewington. He's fallen behind 2-0 after hitting the leadoff man. Check on the runner. Now to the plate. This one's going to be hit up the middle. DeZombo aboard. Fishbaum at second, and he's going to be held there as it's picked up with the bare hand of Austin Wilkie. And the Sox are in business here to begin the ball game. 2 men aboard on the first 2 batters. We'll bring up Nick Burdett here. Not the start the majors were hoping for from the righty Bo Lewington. Now he's going to have to work with runners on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Burdett swinging at the first pitch he sees, fouls it back into the screen and out of play. Burdett, .309 hitter in the regular season this year. Has 2 hits and 8 at-bats to begin the postseason. He lifts this one in the air out to left field. Over is Byron Reichstein, makes the catch. And there is the first down of the inning, a fly ball to left. And Bo Lewington has his first out of the ball game. Good comeback pitch there for Lewington after the hit batter, and then a base knock up the middle. He's able to get Burdett to fly out, and now he's a ground ball away from getting out of this jam here in the top of the first. The batter is Evan Ryan. 2 men aboard here for Brantford in the top of the first inning, and that one's going to miss upstairs from Lewington. Lewington 8 pitches so far, 8 of them 4 strikes, 4 balls. This one swung on and missed. Comes right at him with the fastball. And the count evens up at 1-1. Lewington checks. Delivery. Swing and a miss. Off to third on the play is Fishbaum, and he's going to swipe third base. Caught Lewington and caught Kieran Bowles on the swing and the miss with the curveball. So now runners at the corners. 1-2 count here on Ryan. Lewington checks at the runner at first. And Zamba's going to take off. No throw, and he's going to be into second base safely on a ball that missed off the plate. And now the Red Sox have a pair of men in scoring position here with just one gone. Lewington trying to find the put-away pitch here on Ryan. Here's the 2-2. Curveball, and he chases it in the dirt. Bowles has to make the throw to one. Perrier with the catch, and Ryan is retired for the second out of the inning. The runners stay where they are at second and third. A big second out for Bo Lewington. So Roger Keane will come to the plate for the Sox, who is going to look to try and be the guy to bring in the runners in scoring position. Sox don't want to have to leave men on base here this early in the ball game. A chance to strike first against the Majors. Fastball, bottom of the zone, called a strike, and Lewington will get ahead 0-1. Lewington working at a pretty good pace so far. Curveball just off the outside corner. Doesn't get the call from the home plate umpire. Keane awaiting the 1-1 delivery. Grabs a sign, and it's fouled back. Just off the end of the bat there, and the count will move to 1-2. Keane taking his time as he steps outside of the batter's box. Lewington will gather himself on the mound. A pitch away from working out of this first inning jam. Bulls sets up low. Here is the pitch from Bo Lewington. Up in the zone, swung on and missed, and it's a strikeout for Lewington. The Red Sox will strand a pair of base runners here in the first. On a hit batter and a base hit up the middle, it's scoreless as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. A fantastic job by Major starter Bo Lewington to work through the first. And now he'll rely on the Majors bats to try and get the Majors on the board first here in the ball game. And let's check out that starting lineup for the hometown London Majors. We mentioned a few changes in the lineup. Jacob Newton and Taylor Wright still in the 1 and 2 spots in the order for the Majors, second and third base. Cleveland Brownlee in his familiar 3 spot, the designated hitter for London. Starling Joseph will move up to the cleanup spot. He's in right field. Robert Mullen out of the lineup today, so Starling Joseph in the cleanup spot in the order. Byron Reichstein, Dan Perrier, Austin Wilkie. After that, Kieran Bowles, as mentioned, catching Bo Lewington today. He'll bat 8th, and Keith Candell in his familiar 9 spot at shortstop for London. Brought to you by EatHealthyEats.ca. That's the London Majors starting lineup for this Game 3 of the Inter-County Baseball League's quarterfinals. As we get set for the bottom half of the first inning. John Hood-Timmy, the starter for Brantford. We talked about his stats off the top of the broadcast. Hasn't had a fantastic season, although many of the Red Sox pitchers in the same boat. Getting hit around by the IBL's hitters this year. He'll look to have a good start, though. See if he can help the Red Sox get through 4 or 5 innings today, I imagine would be the goal. Last pitched on the 20th of August against the Guelph Royals. 4 2/3 innings, but got hit around for 13 earned runs. Has started for the Sox a number of times so far this season. And he'll look to try and do so against this tough London Majors order, even if you take out Robert Mullen, who led the Majors in average, tied with Cleveland Brownlee for home runs, and just behind him in runs batted in. You take out one of the bigger bats in the order, if not the biggest, and it's still a very tough task to deal with. Friday night here in Game 1, we saw Jacob Newton take the first pitch that he saw in the bottom of the first for a triple out to left center field. A rude awakening for Garcia, the pitcher for the Red Sox in the ball game, and we'll see what he does here against Sean Hood-Tidman. And as he gets announced to the plate here, the Majors faithful will welcome him as he'll get the Majors bottom of the first inning underway. Digs into that left-hand batter's box here. Hood-Tidman grabs his sign on the mound, and the first pitch of the bottom of the first is going to miss outside for ball one. Pomerleau, the catcher for Brantford today, setting up on the outside part of the plate. That one just going to miss to Newton. Ball two, and quickly falling behind is Hood-Tidman. Once again into the windup here. And a big healthy cut there by Newton. Swung on and missed. Took a little bit off that one, Hood-Tidman did. 2 balls and a strike now. Newton batted .366 this season in the regular season. And he's going to break his bat on this one. Lofted in the right field. Roger Keane underneath it. And it'll be a fly out to begin the bottom half of the inning. 1 gone. So a very quick, efficient out for Sean Hood-Tidman to begin his ball game. And that'll bring Taylor Wright to the plate. Right, a very good back half of the 1-2 punch that begins this London Majors order. Started the year with London, made his way up to the Frontier League, now back in the pinstripes. And he's going to hit this one on the ground. First base, and that one gets past Nick Burdett and into right field. And Taylor Wright is going to be aboard with what is ruled a base hit here to be on base for Cleveland Brownlee with 1 gone. So Cleveland Brownlee to the plate now as the Majors crowd welcomes him to the plate here. Cleveland has struggled a little bit so far in the series, and if you look back to that tiebreaker game against the Guelph Royals as well, look to try and avenge that here. This one popped up foul territory, and that one's going to drop in the warning track area behind home plate. No play for the catcher, Brady Pomerleau. And the count moves to 0-1. Hood-Tidman working from the stretch here with Taylor Wright aboard. Wright's lead just at the cut of the grass. Looking to try and stay in contention here. Takes off a little bit early there, and Hood-Tidman's going to step off the back of the mound. Wright can be aggressive on the base pass. Stole just 3 bags in the regular season. Has 1 so far in this series. Pitch to Brownlee. Hit hard. Third base. Stopped by Young. Picks it up. Strong throw across the diamond in time to get Brownlee, so he sticks with it. Up to second base on the play is Wright, but there are 2 gone in the inning. That one was rocketed off the bat of Brownlee. Sox fortunate to still stick with it Young blocked that one, got the out at first. And that'll bring up Starling Joseph to the plate with 2 gone now. So Starling Joseph now. Mentioned getting the move up to the cleanup spot with the change, putting Robert Mullen out of the lineup in this game 3. Taylor Ryan at second, as this one is fouled straight back into the screen on the first pitch that Starling Joseph sees. And the count goes to 0-1. Joseph just 1 hit and 12 at-bats so far in this series. That hit a home run. Ball taken low. Count evens up at 1-1 here on the Majors right fielder. Went deep 9 times in the regular season for London this year. Drove in 38 runs. Has a big one standing out in scoring position now with 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Good Tidman now delivers. That one going to miss low and inside to Joseph. 2 balls and a strike here on the Majors right fielder. Grabs his sign from Pomerleau. Looks back at the runner at second. Now to the plate. Inside to Joseph again. Similar pitch to his last. Missing in the same location. And it's a 3-1 count now here on Joseph. Byron Reichstein, the left-handed bat playing left field for the Majors, is on deck. Trying to see if Starling Joseph can extend the inning so he can get to swing here in the first. Check back at 2. Hood Tidman to the plate. Joseph off the end of the bat, popped up, shallow center field. Fishbaum underneath it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. The Majors will strand the base runner at second. Starling Joseph pops out to center field to end the inning. And through an inning complete here in Game 3, there's no score. You're watching London Majors baseball here on Majors TV.
Capturing emotion in every shot.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty
Listen, I'm the brains here.
and Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and athletes. Whether it's the London Knights, Nationals, or Lightning, or even your London Majors, Game Day London has you covered. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. Game Day London, a proud sponsor of your London Majors. Back here on Majors TV coverage of the Intercounty Baseball League playoffs. Noah Smith bringing you the action here up in the Game Day London broadcast booth. No score after an inning here at Labatt Park in London. Bo Lewington back out onto the mound for the Majors. First pitch of the inning is going to be called a strike on the outside edge, so Lewington will get ahead. 0-1. Ran into a little bit of trouble in the first. Hit the leadoff man, Jesse Fishbaum, and then gave up a single to John DeZamba, but was able to get out of the jam by retiring Burdette, Ryan, and Keene. Stranded a couple of runners for the Sox in the top half of the first, and now he's up 0-2 here on Tyler Wilson to begin the inning here in the second. Fastball well outside. It'll miss and move the count to 1-2. Wilson, Young, Gallagher, the first three here in the top of the second inning for the Red Sox. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball. They're going to say that he went around. Bowles has to go back to the backstop, and he's not going to have a play at first base as the throw goes off into right. Covering is Newton to make sure that Wilson doesn't get to go the extra 90 feet, but it's going to be a strikeout to begin the inning. But reaching is Tyler Wilson as the Sox have the leadoff man on. A little bit unorthodox, but I'm sure they'll take the base runner. Jordan Young now will get to bat with a runner on here. The Majors going to try to get out of this second inning. Sox aboard to begin the top half of the inning. Lead off by Wilson at first. No more than a couple of steps off the bag. Not an aggressive lead by any means. Swearing around to bunt and offering at it, but Young can't get it down, and the count now to 1-1. Sox looking to play some small ball perhaps here in the second inning. Sensing they might be able to get on Lewington. 1-1, outside edge, called, strike two. That's a ball and two strikes here on the third baseman, Jordan Young. Lewington stares in, quick check, and now Bowles has to reach for that one to keep it from going to the backstop on 1-2. Lewington already in this first inning plus to begin the ball game has looked like he's overthrown a couple of his fastballs. Caught Bowles off guard, having to dive and stop them from going to the backstop. Curveball slipping out of his hand, misses inside, and now the count moves to full. That was pitch 25 already for Lewington here to begin the ball game. Nobody out here in the second inning. 3-2, looks, and just off the plate. Ball four, and the Sox once again, back-to-back innings to begin the ball game, have the first two men aboard. This time it's a strikeout pass ball and a walk to put two guys on. 4 base runners for Brantford here to begin the ball game. 2 in the first, now 2 to start the second. Just one of them has gone aboard via a hit. Perrier playing well in. Fastball outer edge, called a strike. Lewington will get ahead. Once again, bunt offered at Bowles. Not going to have a chance as that one was popped up to the backstop. So 2 straight strikes will get ahead of Nolan Gallagher here. Had 2 good opportunities to try and bunt the runners over, get them up into scoring position, but was unable to get the job done. Now the Majors infielders will retreat back to their normal fielding positions here. And he's going to have to swing if he wants to try and move the runners up now. 0-2. Runner takes off for third. Called strike 3. Bulls unable to make the throw. Wilson up to third on the play, but there's one gone. So Brady Pomerleau will bat now. He's the bottom of this Red Sox order. But he's in a good spot to try and give the Red Sox the lead here in the top of the second inning. Lewington and a swing and a miss by Pomerleau. Young with a lead at first. A couple extra steps there as he waits for the move to the plate by Lewington. And now Lewington will look over to first base. A good pickoff move. A nice quick one, but back in safely is Young diving. Red Sox have been aggressive on the base pass already. Lewington checking on the runner. Now to the plate. Off the plate with the fastball, 1-1. Three stolen bases for Brantford already, and we're just in the second inning. They've been aggressive as now a move over to one again. We'll have Young diving back into the bag. Lewington checks. Got his sign now. He's going to come to the plate. Curveball offered at. And it's 1-2. Good block by Bowles to keep it in front of him. So 1-2 on Pomerleau now. Lewington looking to try and put him away. Fastball right there, called strike 3. Pomerleau down looking for out number 2. And this will get Roop Chanerdad out to the mound to talk things over with Bo Lewington. As it's back to the top of the order and Jesse Fishbaum for the Red Sox. No action in the Majors bullpen. That suggests they're just going to talk over the game plan here as they work back into the top of the order. Sox have been busy on the base pass, but as you see on your screen there, they just have the one hit so far. That off the bat of John DeZomba, top half of the first inning. Couple of things probably talked about in that mound visit. Obviously, the approach of how they're going to want to attack Fishbaum and the rest of the top of the order if need be here in the inning. Second, I would imagine, is what to do if Young takes off for second. Do you throw down? Do you hold? Young not going. Pitch to the plate. That one's going to be hit the other way into right field off the bat of Fishbaum. In to score is Wilson. And the Sox will strike first here in Game 3, 1-0. Fantastic work by the Red Sox as Fishbaum at the top of the order. Second hit of the ball game for Brantford brings in the first run. And now John DeZamba, who singled his first time around just last inning, once again batting. Called strike on the outside edge. Fishbaum at first, Young at second, 2 gone in the inning. Lewington looks back. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Lewington looking to try and escape this inning. Get the Majors back on the bats here. Just trailing by the 1. Looks back at the runner at second. Now to the plate. That one's inside. Bowles doesn't know where it is. It's lost in his feet. Finally finds it. Young doesn't move up to third. On a count that moves to 1-2. Fans trying to get behind Bo Lewington. Looks back at Young again. Now to the plate. Swing and a miss. Bo Lewington gets the strikeout to get the Majors out of the second inning, but not before the Red Sox strike off the bat of Jesse Fishbaum. Into right field, the single scores 1, and it's a 1-0 lead for Brantford as we head to the bottom half of the second inning here in London. Majors were victorious in Game 1 of this series. There was an 8-0 victory in Game 2 last night in Brantford. 15-7 win for London. But now a 1-0 lead for Brantford here in the second inning in Game 3. Red Sox hoping their bats have finally come around. London went up 15-0 in the ballgame last night in Brantford. It was the Red Sox who scored the final 7 runs of the ball game unanswered to get them close. And now they've scored first here, their first lead of the series. And they also scored the last 8 runs in this series as well. Hoping to finally get some London pitching that they can handle. And also possibly changing the approach at the plate as well. If you're watching at home, wherever you're watching from on this Sunday evening, we thank you for tuning in with us here on your home for London Majors Baseball, Majors TV. Follow us on our social media channels. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, you're watching us here on YouTube. So why not do us a favor? Give us a follow on all those channels. Subscribe on this YouTube page if you're enjoying the coverage. That helps us immensely in the long run. And, of course, helps us put out better coverage for you in the future as we work into the 2022 playoffs and beyond. 1-0 the Red Sox lead as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Strikeout ended the top half of the second, and the Majors now will have Byron Reichstein to lead things off. It's Reichstein, Perrier, and Wilkie. 5, 6, and 7 in the Majors order here to begin this second at-bat for London. And now here is Byron Reichstein. Reichstein joined the club late this year, just missed out on hitting the 300 mark, batted .299 in 19 games. So far in the playoffs, he's 4 for 8. Couple of walks, triple, 3 runs batted in against the Red Sox in games 1 and 2. This is his first at-bat here of game 3. And that one's going to slip out of the hand of Hood Tidman. Go to the backstop, ball 2. Grabs his sign from Pomerleau. Now ready to go, working from the full windup here. Reichstein's going to foul that one off down the line and into the Red Sox bullpen. Count moves to 2-1 here on the Majors left fielder. Hood Tidman just needed a dozen pitches to get through the first. The fourth pitch of this inning is going to miss inside. 3 balls and a strike here on Reichstein. Hood Tidman, the leg kick delivery from the righty, outside ball 4. And the Majors will have the leadoff man on to begin at the bottom of the second inning. It's a walk to Reichstein, and that'll bring up Dan Perrier. Perrier also his first at-bat of the game. He's in at first base today. They're going to pick off over to first base. Reichstein back in safely. Perrier, 32 games in the regular season this year. Batted at a total of .378. The first pitch he'll get here from Hood Tidman's going to be outside for ball 1. Has played in both games for London in this series. 2 hits, 2 runs batted in those 2 contests. Reichstein not going. Pitch to Perrier. He's called a strike on the outside edge. Hood Tidman looks over. Once again now grabs his sign. The 1-1 delivery. Perrier fouls that one back. Moves the count to 1-2 here on the Majors' first baseman. Austin Wilkie stands on deck. Majors working from behind, as mentioned, for the first time in the series. Hit hard over to second base. That one's going to get past the second baseman, Gallagher. Reichstein got a good jump. He's going to go to third. The throw is on the money, but comes out of the glove of Young. Perrier up to second. Reichstein into third safely. And the Majors have a couple of runners in scoring position with nobody out to begin the second. Single there for Perrier. And a heads-up base running moves him up to second base on the throw. Sox on the corners here, at least watching to see if they have a chance to go home. And it's going to skip to the backstop. And Reichstein will skip on home to tie the ball game at 1. Not the way the Majors drew it up, but that'll work. And the count moves to 1-0 here on Austin Wilkie. Who now has a runner 90 feet away from giving the Majors the lead. .286 hitters so far in the regular season. Has 3 hits and 11 at-bats so far in the postseason. Fastball missing low in the zone. 2-0 now to Wilkie. Bulls on deck. Keith Candell behind him here. The Majors looking to have themselves a good inning here in the second. Walk, base hit, and a wild pitch have already scored a run. 2-0. Swing and a miss. That one gets a little bit away from Pomerleau, but not enough for Perrier to come home. And the count moves to 2-1. Majors playing in their fourth straight day. Thursday night, the tiebreaker against Guelph. Friday night here, game 1 in this series. Last night in Brantford, and now Sunday evening here, game 3. Been a big stretch for London. Looking to try and make it a perfect 4-for-4, sweep this series. They're tied at 1. Go-ahead run stands at third, 2-2 count now on the Majors center fielder. Here's Hood Tidman to the plate. Fouled back again by Wilkie. Good job to stay alive, and he'll see another pitch here as he gets ready for the 2-2 delivery. Pomerleau the sign. Hood Tidman to the plate. Swung on and missed. And Austin Wilkie is set down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So Kieran Bowles will now come to the plate. With one gone, see if he can bring that run in. Bowles just 3 at-bats so far in the series here against Brantford. Does have a hit. Only got 45 at-bats in the regular season, and the first pitch will drill him on the hip as it came inside and got him. So he'll head on to first base right away to put runners at the corners for Keith Candell. I was just about to say how Kieran Bowles just needs to find his way on base to extend the inning and keep things going for the Majors, try to keep the momentum in their favor. Doesn't bring a run in there as Perrier still at third, but he gets on base. Creates more traffic out there for the Majors as Keith Candell will now swing. Pitch inside to Candell. He has to get out of the way of it. 1-0. That last pitch, number 28 for Sean Hood Tidman. One-0 delivery. Outside corner. Hood Tidman got a little bit of help there from the home plate umpire. It's a ball and a strike now. You can see by the reaction from Keith, he thought that one missed off the plate. Bowles with a lead at first base. Here's the pitch. Candell offers at it. Jammed him, and it's 1-2. Sox scored a run in the top half of the inning. Majors have added one here in the bottom half. Looking to try and take the lead. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout there. This time it's Keith Candell. Hood Tidman's got a couple in the inning, and there are 2 gone. And it'll be back to the top of the Majors order in Jacob Newton.
Second baseman, number 38, Jacob Newton.
Newton flew out to right field to begin the bottom half of the first for London. 0 for 1 in the contest, but looking to try and keep the inning going here for the Majors. Takes a rip at the first pitch he sees, but fouls it off over towards the third base side. That one will get out of play in the count to 0-1. Perrier at third. It's Kieran Bowles at first. Jacob Newton is the batter. Look and delivery, and he's going to foul off another one. This was an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. Sean Hood-Tidman working fairly well here for the Red Sox. "21 pitches this inning, though, up to 33 so far. He's had to face a lot of trouble on the base pass so far. This one chopped over toward third base, but foul. Newton was just fought off there, and we'll look to see what he can do again here on 0-2. Bowles taking his lead over at first base, not a big one. And now with Hood-Tidman stepping off the mound, he will retreat back. For the Red Sox in the top half of the third, it'll be Burdette, Ryan, and Keene to lead things off. Before they can get there, they've got to get through the majors here, top of the order. 0-2 count, though, on Jacob Newton. Here's the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Newton loses his elbow guard on the play, as he'll put that back on. Still 0-2. They continue to battle here in this at-bat. Hood-Tidman staring in for the sign from Brady Pomerleau. Pomerleau gives it. Here's the pitch from Hood-Tidman to the plate. Just off the plate, called strike 3. Newton down on strikes, and Hood-Tidman gets out of a jam in the bottom half of the second. The Majors will pick up a run to tie things at 1 apiece, but that is where we sit after 2 complete. You're watching Game 3 of the Intercounty Baseball League's quarterfinals here on Majors TV.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and athletes. Whether it's the London Knights, Nationals, or Lightning, or even your London Majors, Game Day London has you covered. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. Game Day London, a proud sponsor of your London Majors. We are back here at Labatt Memorial Park. Some fans taking in some Sunday evening action here. 4th straight game for the London Majors. And Game 3 of this series as they look to close things out against the Brantford Red Sox. Noah Smith up here in the Game Day London broadcast booth, bringing you the action here. As Bo Lewington is back out onto the mound for London. Gave up a run in the top half of the second, but his Majors bats got him that run right back in the bottom half. And we are still tied, this time at 1 run apiece, 2 hits apiece for both of these clubs. They've had their fair share of base runners from walks and hit by pitches as well. But just the 2 hits. Both teams looking for a big hit to bring in some runs have been unable to find it. And now the Red Sox will have 3, 4, 5. Burdette, Ryan, and Keene to lead off the top half of the third. Burdette, his first time around, flew out to left field. Took a swing at a pitch early in the count. After the first two Red Sox batters reached in the first inning. That first pitch to him here in the third will miss outside. Lewington, fastball, inside part of the plate, doesn't get the call. Pitch number 40 for Bo Lewington here as he works into the third. Comes again, Burdette chopped back to the mound. Lewington bobbles it, bobbles again. The throw takes Perrier off the bag, but the big reach from the 6'9" Dan Perrier able to snag that one for out number one. That almost went poorly for the Majors. It was back to the mound on a little dribbler to Bo Lewington. He was finally able to pick it up and throw it over to Dan Perrier, who had to reach into the base to make the catch as Nick Burdette came down the line. All that, it is scored a 1-3 for the first down here to begin the top of the third. Now Evan Ryan, who's also 0 for 1. Struck out his first time around as he takes that first pitch off the plate for ball one. Lewington, leg kick, delivery, fastball, called a strike, 1-1. Majors using Bo Lewington to start the ball game today. As that one is swung on and missed for strike two. Not quite sure of the plan for the Majors after Lewington. Starter Owen Boone getting a rest through the first 3 games of this series. Hasn't pitched since last weekend. This one hit on the ground, up the middle, base hit for Ryan. Takes that 1-2 breaking ball, got a bat on it, hits it right back up the middle. And the Red Sox have a base runner here with one gone in the top of the third. So Roger Keene to the plate now. Roger Keene also a strikeout victim his first time through the order, but now batting here in the top of the third with a runner on. Takes a healthy cut at that first pitch offering from Lewington. Swings right through it. No balls and a strike here on the Red Sox right fielder. And this one's going to be hit into right center field off the bat of Keene. Looking and staying at second base is Ryan. Didn't want to risk it with just one out here in the inning, and the Red Sox have back-to-back hits with one out. Puts runners at first and second as Tyler Wilson will come to the plate. He reached base on a strikeout, came in to score the Sox first run of the ball game. Fastball off the plate. Lewington misses and falls behind 1-0. The pitch hit back up the middle, base hit into center field. Wilkie's going to come up throwing. The Sox are going to play station to station here as the throw is on line. Tyler Wilson's got a base hit, the third straight here for Brantford, who have loaded the bases with one out in the inning. That one off the bat of Wilson. And now Jordan Young will come to the plate, but not before Majors pitching coach Brent Wales will make the stroll out to chat things over with Lewington. Still no action in the Majors bullpen. That last hit by Wilson was a rocket back up the middle. Ryan, Keenan, Wilson, 3 straight hits. Ryan and Wilson, worth noting, juniors on this Brantford Red Sox squad. Mound visit doesn't last all that long. Lewington and Bowles will head back to their respective positions and get ready here for the at-bat against Jordan Young. Young walked his first time around. Will look to try to find his way on base here and have a good at-bat with one out in the inning. Lewington to the plate, and it's going to be low, blocked by Bowles. Keeps it in front of him, but the count moves to 1-0. Lewington stares in. Comes set, working from the stretch here with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-0. That one in the dirt, gets away from Bowles. Ryan's in to score. Up to second is Wilson. Keene to third. And the Red Sox back out in front, 2-1 now. Handful of times already here in the ball game that the Red Sox have been able to move up. There's been some wild pitches so far by Bo Lewington. Looks to try and settle down. The 2-0 delivery. That one's going to get away from Bowles as well. In to score comes Keene. Wilson up to third, and it's 3-1 Brantford. And now the Majors bullpen gets going here with one gone in the inning as the count moves to 3-0. Lewington now trying to fight back in this count. 3-0 delivery, upstairs, ball 4. Young will walk to put runners at the corners. Lewington just can't find the strike zone right now. Pitch count up to 53 so far as he gets shot down there into the Majors bullpen. As they start to get loose here, Fernando Fernandez will warm up. As the Majors in a little bit of trouble here, top half of the third. Still just one out. Bottom of this Red Sox order, as Nolan Gallagher is the batter. Young takes his lead at first base for Brantford. Wilson is at third. The pitch blocked by Bowles as it's in the dirt from Lewington, 1-0. Grabs his sign. Bo looks over to first. Leg kick, delivery, fastball right there for his strike. Gets one across, and it's 1-1. Once again, Here is Lewington. 1-1 delivery. This one's going to be hit in the air. Left field base hit. Into score comes Wilson. Nolan Gallagher has delivered, and it's 4-1 Brantford. That one left too much over the plate, and Gallagher was able to get enough of it to get it over top of the third baseman right. Into left field for a base hit. Into score came Wilson. And out of the dugout comes Rube Chanderdat. That will be the end of the line for Bo Lewington, who runs into some trouble here in the second and now in the third. 3 runs already across here for the Red Sox, 2 men aboard. It is a 4-1 Brantford Red Sox lead. Fernando Fernandez will be coming into the ball game for the Majors out of the bullpen when we come back. You're watching the Intercounty Baseball League here on Majors TV.
Capturing emotion in every shot.
Back here on Majors TV as we have a pitching change to announce. Fernando Fernandez is into the ball game in replace of Bo Lewington. The book not closed on him just yet, as those 2 runners on base are his responsibility. But into the ball game comes Fernando Fernandez, who in the regular season this year, 3.91 earned runs average, a 2-1 win-loss record in 23 innings pitched. Was a big part of that game Thursday night. 4 innings out of the bullpen, did a fantastic job, and now he'll be tasked with trying to get the Majors through the middle part of these innings here against the Red Sox. But first, he's going to have to get them out of this top of the third. The Sox have already scored 3 runs here. Just 1 out on the board. Young is at second base. Gallagher just recorded a base hit to bring in another run. He's at first. Now squaring around to bunt, and bunting that one foul is Brady Pomerleau. The count moves to 0-1. Oh, 1 delivery, swung on and missed. So he gets ahead 0-2 here. The 0-2. In the air, left field, Reichstein. A couple of steps back, and he'll make the catch. Retreating back to second and first are Young and Gallagher, and there are 2 gone in the inning. So Fernandez comes in, gets an out on the first batter he faces on the fly out. And now it's back to the top of the order, and Jesse Fishbaum has been aboard twice so far through 2 at-bats in the ball game. His last one, a base hit. Scored a run for the Sox in the top of the second. Fernandez to the plate, popped up, foul territory. Perrier gives it a look, but this one's going to be 4 rows deep into the bleachers seats and out of play. Count moves to 0-1. Newton gets back into his position at second base here. We're ready to go on an 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. Called strike, bottom of the zone to Fishbaum, and it's 0-2. Fishbaum thought that one might have got pulled up from just below the strike zone, but now he's got to fight from an 0-2 hole. Checks back at the runner, Young at second. Now Fernandez to the plate, swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout to retire Jesse Fishbaum and get the Majors out of the jam in the top of the third, but not before the Red Sox bring 3 runs across and lead this ball game 4-1 as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Due up for the Majors here in the bottom of the third. It's Taylor Wright, Cleveland Brownlee, Starling Joseph. 2, 3, 4 in the Majors order. They'll look to try and get the Majors back into the ball game against Sean Hood Tidman, who himself actually struggling a little bit, but now we'll have a 3-run lead to work with on the score 4-1. Red Sox have 6 hits in the first 3 innings. They're really starting to hit the ball a little bit as well. You look back to Game 2 last night in Brantford. They went down 15-0. Ended up scoring 7 runs in the back half of the ball game to make it a little bit closer. But now as they continue on here, they are up 4-1 in this ball game. Looking to try and keep their season alive. Around the league this afternoon, Toronto with a come-from-behind victory over the Barrie Baycats. They swept that series 3-0. The Hamilton Cardinals, a big win over the Guelph Royals in Hamilton. They take a 2-0 series lead over the number 2 seed Royals. That series heads back to Guelph on Tuesday night for Game 3. And a big Game 3 it will be for the Royals. You got to imagine that Claudio Custodio will get the start for them. Pitched Thursday night and pitched a lot on Thursday night against the Majors. He's going to need probably 4 nights of rest before he will be back in action and ready to go. And that will probably be Tuesday night, given the 2-0 deficit that the Royals are facing. 4 nights of rest is all he will likely get, and they're going to need a big game out of him to take down the Cardinals and keep their season alive. Sean Hood Tidman finishes up his warm-up pitches. We're just about ready to go here, bottom of the third. As mentioned, it's Wright, Brownlee, Joseph for the Majors. To begin the inning. Wright is 1 for 1 in the ball game today. He had a base hit back in the bottom of the first. Got up to second base, but couldn't come around to score. The Majors stranded him there. Now he will be tasked with leading off the inning. Here in the bottom of the third. Majors trailing by 3 runs. And that one's going to miss. Count moves to 2-0 here on Wright. Here's Hood Tidman into his delivery. That one does catch the zone. A little groan from the home supporters here at Labatt Park. 2 balls and a strike. As Wright steps back into the batter's box. That one will miss low. 3 balls and a strike now here in the majors. Leadoff man in the inning. Hood Tidman into his delivery. Pitch inside. Ball 4. And Taylor Wright will take the leadoff walk to begin the bottom of the third. Just what the majors needed here, trailing by 3 runs. They're going to need to get the offense going. And it'll bring Cleveland Brownlee to the plate. Brownlee, a hard ground ball to third base his first time around. Was bobbled by Young, but he had enough time to gather himself and throw out Brownlee heading to first. Brownlee swing and a miss at the first pitch curveball he sees from Hood Tidman, and it's 0-1. See if the major's trying to be aggressive on the base pass as well. Maybe employ a hit and run here with Brownlee at the plate and right at first. 0-1, right goes, pitches well outside. The throw, having trouble getting it out of his glove is Pomerleau. Stolen base for Taylor Wright on the pitch that missed off the plate. Count 1-1 to Cleveland Brownlee. Majors sure do, trying to get aggressive on the base pass when they can. Wright stealing. Got a fantastic jump there on Hood Tidman. 1 ball and a strike here on Brownlee. And now Brownlee will call time at the plate. Didn't like how long Hood Tidman was taking on the mound, so asked for time from the home plate umpire. Had it granted. Red Sox outfield playing Brownlee straight up here. The 1-1 is fouled off down the third base line. Count moves to 1-2 here on the major's designated hitter. Taylor Wright at second base. He got aboard with the walk. The stolen base moved him up. Still nobody out here in the inning. Brownlee just the second batter here in the bottom of the third. 1-2. Brownlee hit on the ground hard, and that one's going to be into left field for a base hit. Wright is going to get held at third. Don't know if he thought he was going to get the hold or not, but he wasn't going very hard around third base. Brownlee up to first with a single, and the majors have runners at the corners here. Nobody out to begin the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up Starling Joseph. Joseph flew out to center field, shallow center field his first time around. That ended the first inning for the majors. Brownlee takes his lead at first base. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Joseph with a healthy cut at that one. Looked a little bit up in the zone. And he falls behind 0-1. Majors trailing by 3 after the Red Sox put up 3 runs in the top half of the inning. Pitch inside to Joseph. Had to bend out of the way of that one. Count now 1-1. Tidman, curveball, up in the zone, ball 2. Pomerleau came up looking like he was ready to throw with Brownlee over at first base. You can see a little bit of a smile there from him. Not likely to run is Cleve. Hood Tidman ready. 2-1 delivery. Fastball. Outer edge. Doesn't get the call. 3 balls and a strike now on Starling Joseph. Hood Tidman looks over again at Brownlee. Here's his 3-1 delivery. Joseph in the air, left field. Wilson back. Tagging is right. He gets a good jump, and there won't be a throw coming from left field. So Starling Joseph will bring home a run with the sacrifice fly. The Majors cut into the deficit a little bit here. It's 4-2. Looked like Joseph was actually jammed a little bit on that pitch. Got it on the inside part of the bat, close to the hands almost, but he's able to get enough on it to get it out to fairly deep left field. But the sac fly scores a run, and it's a 4-2 Red Sox lead. Now Hood Tidman ready to go. The first pitch upstairs missing to Byron Reichstein. Reichstein walked his first time around. No official at-bat so far. He came in to score the Majors' first run in the bottom of the second. But Tidman off the outside edge, 2-0. Brownlee still at first base here for London. 2-0, Reichstein hit on the ground. Soft chopper, Burdett goes the other way to second, and it's out of the glove. Zama couldn't make the scoop as Burdett's throw was in the dirt. Brownlee is safe at second, and the Sox unable to get it out on the play. Everybody's safe, and Dan Perrier will come to the plate now. Having singled his first time around. Now he takes a swing and a miss at the curveball to begin the at-bat. No balls and a strike here on the Majors' first baseman. Fastball missing out. 1-1 here. Reichstein at first, Brownlee at second. A run already in to score for the Majors here in the inning. Swing and a miss at the 1-1 pitch, and it's 1-2. Sean Tidman pitch count up to 55 now. This next pitch will be his 20th of the inning. Majors fans trying to cheer along Perrier here. 1-2 pitch coming. Hood Tidman, curveball, chopped and foul towards third base. So we'll have to redo the 1-2. Hood Tidman's pace of work here in the ball game, not the quickest. Likes to take his time and make sure he's on the same page with catcher Brady Pomerleau. Now he's ready for the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. Good located fastball. Perrier thought it was outside. But Sean Hood Tidman will take it. It's a strikeout for out number 2. And a big out for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third. And now Austin Wilkie will be tasked with trying to keep the inning going here for London. Wilkie struck out his first time around. Takes the first pitch he sees outside. Ball 1. Looked a little bit uncomfortable his first at-bat against Hood Tidman. A couple of swings that he was out in front of, chased off the plate as well. Ready for the 1-0 delivery. That's a good take, good eye, and the count moves to 2-0. Hood Tidman looks back. Here's the pitch off the plate. 3 straight will miss, and the count to 3-0 here on Wilkie. Kieran Bowles is on deck for the majors. He will bat if Wilkie is able to get aboard with 2 outs. (3-0). That one right down Broadway. Looked like Wilkie had the red light as he did not offer. 3-1. If he gets that same pitch, you can bet he's going to be swinging here on 3 balls and a strike. Check at the runner. And he does swing, but he fouls it off and out of play to move the count to full. Full count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Brownlee at second. Reichstein is behind him 90 feet at first. Brownlee and Reichstein will be off as soon as Hood Tidman goes to the plate. They're having trouble getting on the same page here, and now they're going to have time called at the plate. Hood Tidman steps back out onto the mound. Once again, another shake. Now he agrees with Pomerleau. Runners go the 3-2 outside, ball 4. And Austin Wilkie will walk to load the bases. And now Kieran Bowles will come to the plate for the majors, the catcher in today's ball game. Bases juice, looking to try and bring in a couple as the majors trail by 2. Quick little chat there from John DeZomba with Sean Hood Tidman. Some words of encouragement to try and get him through this inning. In a big jam here at the bases loaded. First pitch called a strike to Bowles on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Bowles was hit by a pitch in the bottom half of the 2nd inning, his first at-bat. Now he's going to rip one on the ground, third base. That one gets into left field. Into scores Brownlee. Right behind him is Reichstein. And Kieran Bowles has tied the ball game at 4 with a 2 RBI single. Didn't hit it overly hard into left, but he put it in the perfect location between the third baseman and the shortstop. And he scored a pair of runs on the hit. And once again, we are all square. This time at 4 runs apiece. That'll bring up Keith Candell, representing the bottom of the majors order here, bottom of the 3rd inning. Fastball off the plate to begin the at-bat. Keith squared around a bunt but pulled it back for ball 1. Keith is the 8th major to bat in the inning. Hits it on the ground, shortstop. Picked up, shoveled to 2. and just in time to beat Kieran Bowles to retire the Majors here in the bottom of the third inning. The Majors pick up 3 runs, though, and they are tied at 4 here against the Red Sox. 3 innings complete at the ballpark. You're watching the Intercounty Baseball League here on Majors TV.
My name's Tiffany Creasy, and I take care of the sales and marketing at Rickard Promotions and Recognition. Some of the things that we do at Rickard Promotions and Recognition is we bring your brand to life. We kind of put your logo on anything that you can give away or brand, and we can service clients right across Canada. At Rickard Promotions and Recognition, we can take care of your designing of your logo for any artwork that you need done for the branding. And a lot of people don't realize we can do that here. We also have our in-house production that we take care of your order from start to finish right here at our one location. So with keeping everything in-house from graphic design to in-house production, we're able to get you your order a lot quicker with a faster turnaround time. We'll help gather your ideas together, give you some options to kind of narrow down the search for you, whether it be from your apparel to promotional products. And from there, we'll get your mock-ups done, proofs done, order done, and the quality control is right there all along the way for you.
So tell me where it hides. I know I got some lightning currents running through me. I found that silver lining on the inside of me. Yeah.
Capturing emotion in every shot.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty
Listen, I'm the brains here.
and Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back here inside Labatt Memorial Park here as we move along to the top half of the 4th inning. Fernando Fernandez is in to pitch for the Majors. Came in relief top half of the 3rd. First pitch called a strike, and he gets ahead to John Dzamba, who will lead things off here for the Red Sox. Took just 6 pitches for Fernandez to get 2 outs and get the Majors out of a jam. Comes to the plate. That one is fouled off. And the count moves to 0-2. Single and a strikeout so far in the ball game here for the Red Sox shortstop. Being tasked with leading off the inning here. And he'll foul off this 0-2 pitch as he slashes at it and puts it out of play. Red Sox scored a run in the top half of the second, 3 runs in the top half of the third on 6 hits. Each of those innings, though, the Majors were able to attack and come back as that one is swung on and missed. Tazama down on strikes. Fernandez with the strikeout. And there's one gone to begin the inning. Nick Burdett will come to the plate. As I was saying, the Majors got a run in the bottom of the second and 3 runs in the bottom of the third to equal what the Red Sox were able to put out in each of those innings. That is where we sit now, tied at 4 into the top half of the 4th inning. Called a strike, top of the zone. Burdett can't believe it as he has words with the home plate umpire. And now from the Red Sox dugout, can't tell who that is. John Tazama, who is actually the first out of the inning, was out of the Red Sox dugout there, and now this will have Kieran Bowles out to talk to Fernando Fernandez. That first pitch up in the zone was called a strike to Nick Burdett. Burdett didn't like it right away, and then the rest of the Red Sox bench continued on. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off and out of play. Count moves to 0-2. Fernandez doing a great job here for the Majors. Top half of the 4th inning. He's up 0-2 on Burdett. And that one will miss. 13th pitch that Fernandez has thrown, and that one is the first one that was a ball. 12 straight strikes to start his appearance out of the bullpen. Still up 1-2 on Burdett to the plate, and that one's going to be laced into the seats and out of play. A foul ball keeps the at-bat going here for the Red Sox first baseman. Fernandez doesn't like the ball. And we'll toss it back to the catcher, Bowles, and that will get a fresh set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. Count still stays at 1-2. Back and ready to go here. Bowles sets up low. Here's the pitch. Broken bat, second base. Newton over. And he'll throw that one high, and it's over into the Sox dugout. And Burdett will reach safely and get to second base on the play. A throwing error by the second baseman, Jacob Newton, as he overshot the target at first base. And the Red Sox will have a base runner here with 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up Evan Ryan to the plate. Ryan so far today is 1 for 2. His last time around, he had a single off of Bo Lewington. It was part of 3 straight singles for the Red Sox and a part of 5 straight batters to reach base in that 3rd inning. Now he's going to hit one in the air out to right field. Joseph giving it a run towards the line. Out front of the warning track makes the catch. Burdett will tag and head to 3rd where he's up safely. With 2 outs in the inning, the Red Sox have a runner 90 feet away from scoring. Fly out to Joseph off the bat of Ryan. Burdett with a heads-up play to tag. And now Roger Keane, who's also 1 for 2 today. A strikeout and then a single. A part of that 3rd inning for the Red Sox. First pitch swinging, fouled off and out of play. Fernandez grabs his sign from the catcher. Pulls, sets up the pitch, hit on the ground to shortstop. Coming over, Candell, the throw on the money. And Roger Keane is retired. The Red Sox will strand a base runner at third. Just a single base runner on the air there. But the Majors get out of it. Fernandez, another strong inning for the Majors here. And the Majors will head to the bats in the bottom of the fourth.
website.
4-4 here at Labatt Park in Game 3 of the Intercounty Baseball League's quarterfinals. 2 out of 4 series so far completed. Majors looking to try and make that 3 with a win tonight, but they're tied at 4 right now as we continue to play on. And we remind you to follow us on our social media channels and subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel where you're watching tonight, wherever you're watching from. We once again thank those of you for tuning in, the ones that tune in every night, the ones of you who are tuning in for the first time on this Sunday evening. Thank you for watching. Let us know where you're tuned in from tonight. Always good to see where the fans are watching from. Majors will come to the bats here, bottom half of inning number 4. Ball game tied at 4, and the Majors will have the top of the order. Jacob Newton, Taylor Wright, Cleveland Brownlee, 1, 2, 3 to begin the inning. Sean Hood-Timmons still out onto the mound here for the Red Sox. As he'll get set to face the Majors here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Hood-Timmons, 67 pitches through his first 3 innings. Started this ball game 29 balls, 38 strikes. So still more strikes than balls. Has given up just 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 runs total. He has allowed 3 walks and hit 1 batter so far tonight. That has been part of the problem and the reason why the Majors scored 3 in the bottom half of the 3rd. So it'll be Jacob Newton to lead off the inning here for London. Newton so far tonight, 0 for 2. Hasn't had any luck at the plate. We'll look to see if he can change that here. It was a flyout in the first, a strikeout in the second. Did not get the bat in the Majors' 3-run 3rd. First pitch to him, called a strike on the outside edge, and he falls behind 0-1. Newton ready, left-hand batter's box for the pitch. That's called a strike on the inside edge. Newton, hands in the air. Can't believe that one called a strike on the inside corner. Seems like both sides having issues with the strike zone here in the ball game. Nonetheless, he's going to have to get used to it and get ready here for 0-2 as time is called at the plate. 0-2 delivery coming here from Hood-Timmons. Up on the zone with the fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The strikeouts we've seen tonight here from Hood-Timmons using a lot of the fastball. 1-2, changes speeds, hit on the ground, up the middle for a base hit. And Jacob Newton will lead off the inning for London aboard. And he has a conversation over there with Nick Burdett. Those two both not happy with the strike zone in their last at-bats. Burdett and the Red Sox bench got into it in the top of the fourth with the home plate umpire, and now Newton, although he reaches base with the single, still upset with the pitch that was called a strike on the inside part of the plate. Here comes Taylor Wright. One for Wright tonight. Single and a walk. Came in to score in the third. Now trying to get the Majors bats going here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Fouls one straight back to the screen on a hit and run. And Newton, who is sliding into second base, now finally realizes it was a foul ball. He retreats back to first. Count moves to 0-1. Majors have not led in the ball game so far. Pickoff move to first base, close, but the tag just not in time to get Newton. But Tidman looks, set on the mound, and now he'll step off. Newton in his head a little bit here after the stolen base attempt. The ball was fouled back. He's going to be off again. This one gets behind the batter. Newton's into second base, although dove in safely, so he was unable to move up any further. That ball was well behind the batter, Taylor Wright. Stolen base for Newton, moves him up into scoring position. Now the Majors will be tasked with trying to bring him in here. Ripped down the right field line. That one's going to drop and roll all the way into the corner up against the 330 sign in right. Into second base is Taylor Wright. Into score is Jacob Newton. And the Majors have that first lead of the ball game. It's 5-4 London. Looked like a pitch a little bit up in the zone. Wright got a good swing on it. Stroked it down the line into right field and was able to score on that 1-1 pitch. And now Cleveland Brownlee will come to the plate. Brownlee 1 for 2. He had a single his second time around as well. Part of that 3-run third inning for the Majors. Now he'll come to the plate with Taylor Wright at second. A fastball missing outside. Had Pomerleau reaching, and it's 1-0. Action down in the Red Sox bullpen here with Hood Tidman's pitch count now at 75. Pitch up in the zone. Brownlee spun around on a big swing. A ball and a strike now here on the Majors DH. Hood Tidman set. Now to the plate. Brownlee, another healthy cut at that one. Fastball blown right by him. Now 1-2. Brownlee, one of the guys in this Majors order that's seen a healthy dose of the off-speed pitches so far from Hood Tidman and Pomerleau behind the plate. They're up on him 1-2. We'll see what they offer at the DH. It's a fastball. It's inside. Brownlee has to get out of the way of that one. 2-2. Checks back at the runner. Wright takes his lead. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Pomerleau. Keeps it in front of him, and a great job as he's able to keep Wright at second base. That ball got 5 or 6 feet away from him, but he was able to scramble off to his right after keeping it in front of him to keep the runner where he is. Majors fans trying to cheer along. Cheer the Majors to another run. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ripped. Shortstop, and it gets under the glove of DeZamba. Up to third is right. And the Majors have runners at the corners now. Another error for the Red Sox there that might come back to haunt them. Going to be a tough play. Brownlee doesn't run overly well, so just had to field that one and then would have been able to throw him out, but it got underneath the glove of the shortstop. And now the Majors will have first and third, nobody out for Starling Joseph. Joseph Reichstein behind him here. Right in the heart of the Majors order. Nobody out in the inning. Curveball slips out of the hand of Hood Tidman up above the head of Joseph, who dunked out of the way. Wasn't close, and it's 1-0. Tidman looks in for his sign. Set, pitch to the plate, outside, ball 2. Red Sox trying to make sure this ball game doesn't get away from them here in the 4th. They've had leads of 1-0 and 4-1. Now trailing by a run as Joseph crushes one in the air to left field and gone. Joseph knew it was gone the moment it left his bat, deep into the trees in left field. And a big inning here for the Majors. 3-run shot for Starling Joseph. Second of the postseason for Starling Joseph. And it is 8-4 Majors. As Byron Reichstein comes to the plate. Reichstein now tasked with trying to kick-start the rally here. 4 runs across for London so far. First pitch missing low to the left fielder. Newton singled to begin the inning. Moved up to second on a steal and came in to score on the double by Taylor Wright. Cleveland Brownlee, then a ground ball that got underneath the glove of the shortstop. The error put runners at the corners, and then Starling Joseph, the big 3-run shot to put the Majors up by a score of 8-4. Sean Hood Tidman now at 85 pitches in the ball game. Pitch up in the zone to Reichstein, now 2-1. Righty comes set, the delivery. Reichstein now crushes one out to right field, and gone! Reichstein goes back-to-back with Starling Joseph. And they tack on another. It's 9-4. Always tough to follow up a home run, but Byron Reichstein does about as good as he can as he launches one out to right center field. 9-4 Majors, a 5-run bottom of the 4th inning. Perrier off the end of the bat. Left center field, going to be trouble, and it will drop. Now Perrier's thinking too, and he's going to hold up and retreat back to first base. It will just be a single. They were playing him fairly deep, and that one just landed in the left center field area. Unable to get it. As Austin Wilkie comes to the plate. Action in the Sox bullpen, but still nobody into the ball game in replace of Hood Tidman. Up in the zone to Wilkie, 1-0. Now a swing and a miss. Ball and a strike here to Atlanta Majors center fielder Austin Wilkie. Just off the plate. Doesn't get the call there from the home plate umpire. 2-1. 5 runs here in the inning for London. Perrier at first base. Still nobody out. And this one's hit hard into left field. Base hit for Austin Wilkie to keep the party going here in the inning. As Perrier scrambles back to second base, and now we will get a mound visit for the Red Sox. And it might be the end of the line here for Sean Hood Tidman. We'll wait and see if the move is going to be made. As they chat things over on the mound. 5 runs here in the inning for London. 9 so far in the ball game. A long conversation out on the mound of Labatt Memorial Park. There is the action down in the Red Sox bullpen. A couple of arms getting loose. Possibly trying to buy time and see if either of them are ready to go. And they're not going to pull the plug on Sean Hood Tidman just yet. Runners at first and second here. Kieran Bowles, he scored a pair of runners on a base hit his last time around. Part of the 3-run third. Now he's going to rip one down the line in left field, but this one's going to be well foul from the seats. And the count moves to 0-1. Good Tidman pitch count, 93 now. And that one's going to miss well outside. Just has nothing left in the arm, you can tell from up here. And he's just about out of gas. Hood Tidman comes set on the hill. Now the delivery, this one ripped but foul just past the third base bag. Got now with a ball and 2 strikes here on the Majors catcher. Keith Candell behind him in the on-deck circle, then the top of the Majors order. Still nobody out here in the inning. Hood-Tidman set to the plate and fouled off. This time the other way, down towards the Red Sox bullpen. A ball and 2 strikes here on Bowles. Bowles 1 for 1. Hit by pitches first time around. Single his last time up. Couple of runners on for him here in the bottom of the 4th. And now he's going to hit one over. Caught. And they're only going to get the one as both Perrier and Wilkie will scramble back to first and second. Bowles is retired for the first down on a liner to Gallagher. So Keith Candell, bottom of the order, comes up for London now. Keith 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fielder's choice in his first 2 at-bats of this game. First pitch missing at the bottom of the strike zone for ball 1. Hood-Tidman still in the ball game, 3 1/3 inning pitch so far, 31 pitches in this inning. Curveball for a strike on the outer edge. To even the count up at 1-1 here on Keith Candell. This next pitch for Sean Hood-Tidman will be pitch number 100. Curveball inside, doesn't break enough. On the inside part of the plate, Candell with an easy take, 2-1. But Hood-Tidman got to be facing probably his final batter, you would think. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Hit hard but foul down towards the Majors bullpen. Two and 2 now on the Majors shortstop. Nine to 4, London lead. 5 runs here in this inning. The 2-2 popped up, foul territory, giving it a look. Burdette, but this one is going to be 4 or 5 rows deep into the seats and out of play. A couple of young fans will chase after that one and go home with a souvenir tonight. Kids enjoying a Sunday night here at the ballpark. A week left of summer vacation before going back to school after Labor Day. Here is the 2-2. Candell popped it up. Similar location. And, off the glove. Almost an impressive catch made by the same fan who almost nagged one. A pitch a go. He will get it, though, and get that souvenir. 2-2 here on Candell. Hood-Tidman steers in. Checks on the runner. And just missing off the plate. Still Wilkie at first and Perrier at second. There's one gone. Perrier going to take off now as this one is hit out right center field. Tracking it down is Keene. Keene will make the catch. Everybody's going to have to scramble back on the second out of the inning. Fly out to Keith Candell. And there's 2 gone as we make our way back to the top of the order. And Jacob Newton, Hood Tidman's going to stay in the ball game and try and get the Red Sox through this inning. Outside corner, dropped it in there, and it's going to be called a strike on Newton. Newton awaits the 0-1 delivery. Ripped into right field for a base hit. Keene going to come up throwing. Perrier gets the wave and will come in to score. The 10th run of the ball game for the Majors, and the 6th run of the inning. Another hit for Newton, who goes to 2 for 4 on the night. Taylor right to the plate. He's 2 for 2. Singled, walked, doubled so far. We're going to try and keep that night going here. His 4th at-bat against Sean Hood Tidman. The 0-1 pitch is going to miss outside. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 10-4, the Majors leading. And popped up. On the infield, Gallagher, couple of steps back onto the outfield grass, makes the catch. And the inning is over, but not before the Majors pick up 6 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. And they lead this one by a score of 10-4. We move along to the 5th inning here in London. You're watching London Majors Baseball here on Majors TV.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty
Listen, I'm the brains here.
and Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and athletes. Whether it's the London Knights, Nationals, or Lightning, or even your London Majors, Game Day London has you covered. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. Game Day London, a proud sponsor of your London Majors.
My name's Tiffany Creasy, and I take care of the sales and marketing at Rickard Promotions and Recognition. Some of the things that we do at Rickard Promotions and Recognition is we bring your brand to life. We kind of put your logo on anything that you can give away or brand, and we can service clients right across Canada. At Rickard Promotions and Recognition, we can take care of your designing of your logo for any artwork that you need done for the branding. And a lot of people don't realize we can do that here. We also have our in-house production that we take care of your order from start to finish right here at our one location. So with keeping everything in-house from graphic design to in-house production, we're able to get you your order a lot quicker with faster turnaround time. We'll help gather your ideas together, give you some options to kind of narrow down the search for you, whether it be from your apparel to promotional products. And from there, we'll get your mock-ups done, proofs done, order done, and the quality control is right there all along the way for you.
In the Game Day London broadcast booth, Majors leading 10-4. And a quick out on the board there that we missed coming back from commercials. Keith Candell, a quick ground ball picked up and fired across the infield. And retired easily to begin the inning was Wilson. Pitch from Fernandez called a strike. He has been efficient since coming into the ball game. Came in the third in release of Bo Lewington. And has done a fantastic job as that one's fouled back to the screen. Throwing lots of strikes, allowing his defense to do a bulk of the work. And now he's up 0-2 here on Young. Pitch to the plate. That one is low. Blocked by Bowles, 1-2. "22 pitches, 20 of them strikes for Fernandez so far. Here is his pitch to the plate. This one fouled off and out of play. Jordan Young stays alive. Gets ready for another 1-2 offering here from the Majors lefty. Inside with the fastball. And it's 2-2. Majors have 11 hits in the ball game. The Red Sox 6. They led 4-1. Majors with 9 unanswered runs. Fernandez to the plate upstairs. Ball 3 and the count moves to full. Young and Gallagher, the next two in order here. Young at the plate now. Gallagher on deck for the Red Sox. Here's the 3-2 delivery. On the ground, shortstop again. Candell, 4 hops across the diamond in time. And Young is retired for the second out here at the top of the 5th. Another smooth field at shortstop by Keith Candell. And Gallagher will come to the plate here. Gallagher so far in the ball game, 1 for 2. Struck out his first time around, singled in the 3rd inning, and will now be tasked for the Red Sox with getting something going with 2 gone in the inning. First pitch is going to be a ball outside by Fernandez. Now to the plate again. Similar location, missing up and out. 2-0. Fernandez grabs his sign from Bowles, and once again, up and out. 3 pitches, 3 similar locations, 3 of the same results. And it's 3-0 here on Gallagher. That one's across for a strike. Fernandez gets back into a groove. See if he can find the strike zone again here on 3-1. Up in the zone, but called a strike, and the count is now full at 3-2. look and delivery on the ground, second base. High hop picked up by Newton to throw to one in time to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3, top of the fifth for Fernando Fernandez as he gets the Sox in order, and the Majors back onto the bats in the bottom of inning number 5. Majors leading by a score of 10-4 as we move along here, midway point of this ball game on this Sunday evening. If you've been following the playoffs around the league, some scores from this afternoon as the Toronto Maple Leafs a big win to put themselves into the second round of the playoffs. 7-6 over the Barrie Bay Cats at Christie Pitts in Toronto. They were down 2 runs heading in to the bottom half of the last inning and were able to come from behind and win the ball game, sweeping the series in between the 4 and 5 matchup, which all of us here on the broadcast team at Majors TV thought that series had the chance to go the distance. The Leafs took control, got hot, played good baseball, and a 7-6 win this afternoon puts them into round 2. Over in Hamilton, another shocker, if you will, is the Hamilton Cardinals 7-4 winners over the Guelph Royals. The Royals now trying to fight for their seasons, down 2-0 in that playoff series. They're going to have to win 3 straight against the Cardinals if they want to move on to round 2. Claudio Custodio likely going to go in Game 3 of that series, but after that, they're still going to have to win 2 more if they can win with Claudio Custodio on the mound. 7-4 winners, the Hamilton Cardinals today, and of course we're underway here at Labatt Park into the 5th inning, a 10-4 London Majors lead over the Brantford Red Sox. So the night for Sean Hood-Tidman is over for the Brantford Red Sox. They have gone to the bullpen, as Brian Louie will come in to pitch in relief of Sean Hood-Tidman. And the first batter he will have to face is Cleveland Brownlee. Louie ready on the mound here, and Pomerleau still behind the dish here for the Red Sox. Gives his sign, Louie ready on the hill. First pitch is going to be inside, and it hit Brownlee on the foot. So Cleveland Brownlee will be aboard to begin the bottom of the 5th inning on a hit by pitch. He didn't even get a chance to swing the bat. The Majors fans here at Labatt Park were hoping he would. And now Roop Chanderdad is out onto the grass, and I believe we will see a pinch runner for Cleveland. And we will. So Cleveland Brownlee's night is done. The hit by pitch puts a runner on base. And Phil Whalen will come on to pinch run and take over as the designated hitter. So Starling Joseph to the plate now. Joseph, the big 3-run shot his last time around. Louis going to look over, and he will throw over to first base, but back in safely is Whalen. Whalen with his lead. Lefty on the hill gets ready to deliver his first pitch to Joseph. It's upstairs. Ball one here to the Majors right fielder. Nobody out here in the inning. Majors scored 6 their last time around, bottom of the 4th. We'll be ready. This one in the air. And they are underneath it in center field. Fishbaum has it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Well, he might have lost it for a second in the night sky here as we move under darkness at Labatt Park, but he makes the catch for the out. And Byron Reichstein, who also homered his last time around, will come to the plate now with 1 gone. Whalen still at first base. He's the pinch runner for Cleveland Brownlee. Louis looks over to first. And now he'll pick over to first base. That one back in easily for Whalen. Reichstein digs in. First pitch from Louis to the plate. Inside, off the edge. Ball one here to the Majors left fielder. 1 for 2 in tonight's contest. Louis set on the mound. Now to the plate. That one is across for a strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Whalen with the lead. The look over. Louis to the plate. Upstairs to Reichstein. Ball 2. Fans trying to get behind Reichstein here. Count is 2-1 on him. Louis looks over. Now he'll come to the plate. Strike 2. Called on the inside edge. 2 balls and 2 strikes here for the Red Sox lefty. Has a look, comes, and just off the plate. Doesn't get the call, and the count will move to full. Reichstein awaits his full count offering. We'll see if Whalen takes off for second. Not going. Pitch to the plate. Inside. Reichstein will take the walk. And the Majors have runners at first and second. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 5th.
First baseman, number 15, Dan Perrier.
So Dan Perrier will come to the plate. Perrier 2 for 3 in tonight's contest. Single strikeout and single form in 3 trips to the plate. Healthy cut at that one, and he'll fall behind 0-1. Louis looks back at second. Now will come to the plate. This one is going to be crushed out to center field off the bat of Perrier, and that one's going to bounce up against the wall in center field. Perrier rounds first. Reichstein just up to second, and in to score is Whalen on what will be a 400-foot single for Dan Perrier. Smoked that one off the bat on a line out to center field, but Byron Reichstein had to hold up to see if that ball was going to be caught by Jesse Fishbaum. It wasn't, and he was only able to move up to second base. Whalen did come in to score. He got a better read on it. And the lead grows to 11-4 here for the Majors, as we will get a pinch hitter into the ball game, as Drew Lawrence will take some swings in replace of Austin Wilkie. First and second, one gone here in the inning. Lou to the plate. Crushed into left center field off the bat of Lawrence. That one's going to get down and roll all the way to the fence. Lawrence into second base, into scores Reichstein right behind him, but tripping around the bag at third is Perrier. So just the one run into score here off the double by Drew Lawrence. And it is 12-4 Majors here in the fifth. Back-to-back balls that were absolutely stung off the bat of Majors hitters. Second and third, one gone here in the inning. So Kieran Pools now will come to the plate. Bulls 1 for 2 in the ball game. Already has a couple of RBIs, looking to add on a couple more here in the fifth. First pitch dropped in there for a strike by Louis, and he gets ahead 0-1. Lefty delivers. This one's going to be hit in the air, left field, down the line, and it is fair. Just inside the line for Bulls, as Perrier and Lawrence come in to score on the 2 RBI double by Kieran Bulls. Bulls continues to have a good day at the plate. 2 runs coming to score. And it's 14-4 for the Majors here in the fifth. That one fouled back to the screen by Keith Candell. Oh and 1 here on the Majors shortstop. Bulls is at second after the double. Dropped in there for a strike on Candell, 0-2. Louis way up in the count here on Candell, 1 out in the inning. 0-2. Louis looks back. Now the leg kick delivered to the plate. Foul into the screen by Candell. Keeps his at-bat alive here. 14 runs, 14 hits for the majors here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Oh-2. Hit hard. Foul. Just to the left side of third base. Candell almost had extra bases into the corner. But the count will stay at 0-2, and we'll get another 0-2 pitch. Louis comes set. Here is the pitch to the plate. Off the plate with the fastball. And it is now 1-2. Louis getting a sign from Pomerleau. Catcher sets up. Here is the 1-2. Can't get that one inside the strike zone. 2-2 as it misses up in the zone. Louis set, quick check back once again at Bowles at second. The 2-2 off the plate, missing outside, and the count will move to full. Candell awaits the 3-2 pitch here from the lefty. To the plate and fouled back. Spoils it and stays alive. Candell is 7th batter for the majors here in this bottom of the 5th inning. 4 runs already across for London. Another one standing out at second base, represented by Kieran Bowles. Still just 1 out here in the inning. Look back, delivery, swing and a miss. Strikeout as Keith Candell swings right through it from Louis, and there are 2 gone here in the inning. So back to the top of the order here for the majors. Jacob Newton, he is 2 for 4 tonight, and will get another chance to swing the bat. Just had an at-bat in the 1st, 2nd, 4th. Another one in the 4th, and now in the 5th. Louis gets ready. Curveball starts the at-bat. Up in the zone, but called a strike, and it's 0-1. 14-4, zone expanding a little bit here for the home plate umpire. Another check back at the runner. Leg kick delivery. This one hit high in the air. Right center field. Coming over Fishbaum. He calls off Keene, makes the catch, and retires the majors here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4 more runs come across for London here in inning number 5. The lead has swollen to 14-4, and the majors will head back out onto defense here for the 6th from Labatt Park. You're watching London Majors Baseball here on Majors TV.
capturing emotion in every shot.
Back here inside Labatt Memorial Park here on Majors TV, 14-4 for the hometown team here. And a game that is slowly moving along. We go to the 6th inning here, and Fernando Fernandez is back out onto the mound for London. One of the items that has been exciting to watch tonight, his appearance out of the bullpen. He's looked good over the last couple of weeks, Fernandez has, and he continues to do so here in this 3rd game of the series. Keeping the Red Sox off the scoreboard for the last couple outs of the 3rd and then through the 4th and 5th. So Drew Lawrence is into the ballgame in center field. He pinch hit for Austin Wilkie. And it appears Chris McQueen is into the ballgame at 3rd base for the Majors. Looks like he's going to be taking over for Taylor Wright. Everything else looks like it stays the same as we get set for the 6th inning here in London. Brady Pomerleau, bottom of the order here for Brantford, will lead off the inning. Fernandez ready. Hit hard, but foul past the 3rd base bag. Cap moves to 0-1 here on Pomerleau. Here is the pitch from Fernandez. This one hit high in the air, left field. Underneath it is Reichstein. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. 2 pitches and an out as Fernandez stays efficient on the hill for the Majors. Recording the first down here of the top half of the 6th inning. So it's back to the top of the order here. Jesse Fishbaum, he's 1 for 2. At the top of the Red Sox order in this 3rd game. Hits one hard. 2nd base, picked up on a hop. Newton, throw to 1. Picked out of the dirt by Perrier, and Fishbaum is retired for the out. Quickly 2 gone here in the 6th inning for Fernandez and the Majors. So John DeZomba will come back to the plate here for Brantford. 1 for 3 so far tonight. That single came back in the 1st, and now he's going to be caught. The throw across the diamond from Candell, and not in time to get DeZomba. Perrier was off the bag, but what an effort by Keith Candell. The diving stop at short, the throw across, just barely missing, getting DeZomba for out number 3. It'll be an infield single for the Red Sox shortstop. So Nick Burdett, who's 0 for 3 in the contest, will get ready to take his swings here in the 6th inning. First pitch to Burdett, missing low in the zone. Ball 1 to the Red Sox first baseman, and now he's going to take a swing at that pitch. Foul it back into the screen, and it is now 1-1. Upstairs again for Fernandez. 2 balls and a strike here on Burdette. Burdette now underneath one, out to left field. Reichstein moves underneath it, calls off the center fielder, makes the catch. And another quick and efficient inning for Fernando Fernandez on the hill for the Majors as he allows just the 1 hit. And he gets out of it, getting the Majors back out to the bats here in the bottom of inning number 6. Still leading by a score of 14-4. Do it for the Majors here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Chris McQueen will take his first swings, barring any pinch hitters. Then Phil Whalen and Starling Joseph. Looks like we might have a new pitcher into the ball game for the Red Sox as well, as the night will be over for Brian Louie. And we'll try to bring you who that reliever is as soon as we can. Louie came in to pitch that bottom of the 5th, gave up 4 runs to the Majors. And now Aiden Colangelo will be coming in to pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Brantford. Colangelo will face off, as mentioned, McQueen, Whalen, Joseph. 2, 3, 4 in the Majors order. McQueen and Whalen both be taking their first at-bats of the ball game. Whalen came in as a pinch runner for Cleveland Brownlee, and McQueen a defensive replacement in the top half of this inning. Good shot at the umpiring crew out there. Justin Snively, one of the umpires in this ball game. Slowly moving along here into the night here on this Sunday evening in London. Majors, if they hold on to this 10-run lead, they will be moving on and awaiting to see who their opponent is in round 2. Majors, with that pennant win on Thursday night against the Guelph Royals, have home field advantage throughout the course of the playoffs. And with that, they will also get whatever the lowest seed is in the next round. So if Hamilton can finish the job against the Guelph Royals, they would get the Cardinals in round 2. If the Royals can come back and beat the Cardinals in 3 straight ball games to win that series, the Majors would then get the Toronto Maple Leafs in round 2. Well, and Jackfish, of course, would get the other of the 2. Colangelo ready, first pitch on the ground. Second base gets underneath the glove of Gallagher, and it'll be a leadoff single here for Chris McQueen. Doesn't waste any time swinging at the first pitch from Colangelo. And McQueen is aboard with a leadoff single. So Phil Whalen will take his first at bat of the ball game. First pitch just missing there to Whalen from Colangelo. McQueen not being held on at first, probably not going to run up 10, as once again just missing to Whalen there. That one probably at the bottom of the zone. Two balls, no strikes. Colangelo ready. Upstairs to Whalen. 3-0 now. After the leadoff single has missed it up in the zone to move himself to 3-0 on Whalen. That one's going to be inside, and ball 4 as Whalen will jog on down to first base. And the Majors have their first couple of batters aboard here to begin inning number 6. So Starling Joseph will come to the plate now. He's 1 for 3. That one was a big 3-run shot. Deep into the night in left field. Once again comes up with a pair of runners on. Nobody out here in the inning. Takes that first pitch for a strike, and he'll fall behind 0-1. Colangelo doing a good job of getting ahead here as he fires that one in. Now set and ready on the mound. Curveball slips out of his hand up in the zone to Joseph. 1-1. Whalen at first, McQueen at second. McQueen led off the inning with a single. Ready Colangelo, the 1-1. Joseph again out to deep left field, and he's got another one. Second 3-run shot of the night for Starling Joseph. And it is 17-4. First 3 batters of the inning reached. The third was a long shot by Starling Joseph. 16th hit of the night for the Majors. 17th run of the night for the Majors. First pitch to Reichstein is there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Curveball doesn't get the offer from Reichstein. Misses outside and a bit low as well. Curveball, outside edge. That one is called a strike on Byron, and it's 1-2. And just off the plate to Reichstein. Pomerleau couldn't squeeze it, otherwise he may have got the call, but it's 2-2. Colangelo ready, the 2-2 pitch. Outside and low, and the count will go to full here on Reichstein. Full count delivery, swing and a miss. Reichstein down on strikes as the fastball put by him by Colangelo, and there is one gone here in the inning. First pitch to Dan Perrier is going to miss from Colangelo. Not sure if that was up or out. You could see Colangelo asking the home plate umpire where it missed. But it did miss, and it's 1-0. Big cut by Perrier. Fouled back into the screen. 1-1. Now another one that is ripped foul by Perrier, this time towards the Majors dugout. Count remains in the favor of Colangelo. Now it's 1-2. Pitch to the plate, ripped into left field. Perrier with a good swing on it, and he's aboard once again. This time a one-out single into left. Drew Lawrence, he is just taking his second at-bat of the ball game. First time around, he had a double out into left center field. Of course, what seems like forever ago was back in the fifth. Ground ball to second base. Flip to 2, back to 1, and it pops out of the glove. Fielder's choice as Lawrence beats it out at first base. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Kieran Bowles, he's 2 for 3. Two for 3 with a double and a single. If I'm not mistaken, 4 runs batted in, but he swings right through that first pitch. And the count moves to 0-1. Swung on and fouled off. That one will get out of play. And the count to Kieran Bowles goes to 0-2. Colangelo ready. Way up in the count, 0-2. And it's going to be hit on the ground to second base. Picked up, thrown over to first in time. And the Majors are retired here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but 3 runs come across on the 3-run homer by Starling Joseph. It's a 17-4 Majors lead through 6 complete here at the ballpark.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty
Listen, I'm the brains here.
and Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and athletes. Whether it's the London Knights, Nationals, or Lightning, or even your London Majors, Game Day London has you covered. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. Game Day London, a proud sponsor of your London Majors. Back inside the friendly confines of Labatt Memorial Park here in London. Still some fans sticking around here as we move to the 7th inning in this third game of the series. Majors leading by a score of 17-4. This was once a 4-1 Brantford Red Sox lead. That was in the top of the third. The Majors tied it at 4 in the bottom of the third, and they have not looked back since. 6 runs in the bottom of the fourth, 4 runs in the bottom of the fifth, 3 runs in the bottom of the sixth, and we go to the 7th. It is a 17-4 London lead. 17 runs, 17 hits, a lone error for the Majors. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Brantford Red Sox. And Fernando Fernandez is back out onto the hill here to work the 7th inning for the Pinstripes. Evan Ryan will be the first man to greet him here in the order for Brantford. Barring any pinch hitters, it's Ryan, Keene, and Wilson. Fernandez ready on the hill. Here is the first pitch of the inning. Hit on the ground to second base where Robert Mullen, who has taken over, will field it easily and throw it over to Perrier at first for out number 1. And yes, that is Robert Mullen, who did not start in the ball game today for London, now in for Jacob Newton at second base. And right into the action as well on that ground ball. There's one gone. So Roger Keene ready to go here. Holds off on the first pitch offering from Fernandez. Called a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 now here on Keene. Here's the 0-2. Fouled straight back into the screen. Keene got a piece of it to stay alive. Fernandez, 44 pitches. This next one will be his 45th. As of right now, 4 complete innings. Hit on the ground, second base. Mullen. 3 hops into the glove, throw over to 1 in time to get him. And Keene is retired. There's 2 gone here in the inning. So Tyler Wilson now. Wilson also 1 for 3. Hits one out to right field. That one will drop in front of Starling Joseph. And Wilson will be aboard with what is his second hit of the ball game, with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting third baseman, number 34, Jordan Young.
That first pitch is called a strike. Now missing in the dirt, and the count moves to 1-1 here. Fernandez to the plate, fouled off towards the first base side, and that will move the count to 1-2. Look, Fernandez to the plate. Upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wilson at first base after the 2-out single to right field. Fernandez looking to work through inning number 7. To the plate. Missing low. Count will be full now at 3-2. The 3-2. And ball 4. It's a walk to put runners at first and second here. Both of the runners reaching with 2 outs in the inning. And now Nolan Gallagher will get ready to swing here. 1 for 3 as well. Called a strike to start the at-bat to him. Fernandez now. Foul tipped into the glove, and it's 0-2 here on Gallagher. And called strike 3. Fernandez gets a strikeout to get him through the top of the 7th inning after 2 runners reach base with 2 out. But the Majors hold on to a 17-4 lead as we head into stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the 7th inning stretch. Majors up by a bunch here in Game 3.
And now it's time for you all to get up out of your seat. Have a nice stretch. Get some water.
Capturing emotion in every shot.
My name's Tiffany Creasy, and I take care of the sales and marketing at Rickard Promotions and Recognition. Some of the things that we do at Rickard Promotions and Recognition is we bring your brand to life. We kind of put your logo on anything that you can give away or brand, and we can service clients right across Canada. At Rickard Promotions Recognition, we can take care of your designing of your logo for any artwork that you need done for the branding. And a lot of people don't realize we can do that here. We also have our in-house production that we take care of your order from start to finish right here at our one location. So with keeping everything in-house from graphic design to in-house production, we're able to get you your order a lot quicker with a faster turnaround time. We'll help gather your ideas together, give you some options to kind of narrow down the search for you, whether it be from your apparel to promotional products. And from there, we'll get your mock-ups done, proofs done, order done, and the quality control is right there all along the way for you.
Back out here for the bottom half of the 7th inning in London. It is Keith Candell leading things off here for the Majors. Count moves to 1-0 after the first pitch miss from Aiden Colangelo. The 1-0 delivery, called a strike on the outer edge. Colangelo looking to just pound the zone here and try to get the Red Sox through this inning. Upstairs to Candell, 2-1. After Candell, it's the top of the order as that one's ripped over and past the diving third baseman into left field. It'll be a base hit for Keith Candell, and he's aboard to lead off the bottom of the 7th inning. And now Robert Mullen will come to the plate. Mullen did not start the ball game for the Majors. He came in defensively, top of the 7th inning at second base. And now will take his first swings of the ball game. Majors have some action down in the bullpen as Anderson Acevedo is warming up as that one is crushed into center field by Mullen. Drops in front of the center fielder Fishbaum. And it's back-to-back base hits for the Majors to begin the bottom of the 7th. Chris McQueen now to the plate here for London. Here is the pitch from Colangelo. That one's going to miss low. A ball and no strikes here to Chris McQueen. McQueen is 1 for 1 since he came into the ball game for the Majors. Now a pitch will miss upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Majors have scored in every inning except for the first here in this ball game. Two-0 misses off the plate. 3 balls and no strikes. And ball 4. Looked pretty good to McQueen there on 3-0, but he doesn't get the call. Colangelo walks him on 4 straight pitches. And that loads the bases here. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch fouled off the end of the bat towards the Red Sox dugout. This is Phil Whalen taking his swings. Whalen awaits the 0-1 delivery. Missing low in the zone from Colangelo. 1-1. Fouled straight back into the screen by Whalen. 1-2. Bases loaded, nobody out here for the Majors. Here is the 1-2 delivery from Colangelo. Hit out to right field. Keene is underneath it. Makes the catch. Tagging is Candell. The throw will come into the cutoff man. And the 18th run of the ball game will score for the Majors. There's one gone. So Starling Joseph will come to the plate. Joseph has 2 home runs tonight. both of the 3-run variety. And he comes up again with 2 runners on. Colangelo ready to begin the at-bat. Starts him off with a curveball that's dropped in there for a strike. And he gets ahead 0-1. Colangelo, curveball again, up in the zone to Joseph. Has to get out of the way of that one, 1-1. Some groan from the hometown supporters here at London. Don't think that Colangelo was going up in the zone on purpose. Byron Reichstein on deck. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. Doesn't get an offering from Joseph. 3 straight breaking balls to begin the at-bat. Count moves to 2-1. Into right field for a base hit. Cut off. Mullen moves up to second. Mullen up to third. McQueen up to second. And Joseph has another hit here in the ball game. The bases are once again loaded with 1 out. And that'll bring up Byron Reichstein to the plate. Reichstein down the line, fair ball. It'll roll up against the 330 sign in right. And everybody will just move up 90 feet as the 19th run of the ball game comes across here for London. Long single for Reichstein. Scores another. As Dan Perrier comes to the plate. First pitch fastball. Colangelo gets ahead 0-1. Working from the full windup here as the curveball to Perrier is swung on and missed. Perrier falls into an 0-2 hole here as Colangelo tries to work through this inning. Fastball missing off the plate, 1-2. Curveball and into left field. Base hit for Perrier. Run number 20 comes across to score. And the bases remain loaded. Pitch inside to Drew Lawrence. Count goes to a ball and no strikes here. 1 out in the inning. As that one's called a strike. 1-1 here on Lawrence. He's 1 for 2. Took over halfway through this ball game. And now he'll foul off that offering, and the count now at 1-2. Colangelo at 45 pitches. 25 in this inning alone. Here is the 1-2. Curveball upstairs. 2-2 now. Upstairs to Lawrence again. 3-2. The count is full. Foul ball up into the screen and on top of the roof here, the grandstand. Count remains at 3-2 here against Drew Lawrence, who's out in center field after taking over in the ball game. In the air. Center field, Fishbaum coming on. A long run, and that ball is going to drop. The Majors will all move up 90 feet as run number 21 comes across to score. And on a ball that just drops in no man's land, Fishbaum, who is playing deep out in center field, had the longest run to get it. And it drops for a Drew Lawrence base hit. Bowles out to left field and off the wall. A long single for Kieran Bowles. And it is 22-4. Colangelo to the plate. This one hit out to right field. Running back, and enough room to get it is Keene. Runners will tag. Perrier comes in to score, and it is 23-4. Lawrence up to third on the play. Bulls did not advance from first. 2 outs in the inning here. Robert Mullen is the batter now. For those keeping track at home, the previous high in terms of run output for the Majors this season was 20. They have now surpassed that with a 23 so far tonight. Fastball on the outside edge called a strike on Mullen, and it's 0-1. Majors scored 20, won by a score of 20-4 against the Red Sox on August 12th. This one hit to center field on a line and caught. And that'll do it for a 6-run bottom of the 7th inning. It is 23-4 here at Labatt Memorial Park.
Do you know where your food comes from? Like where it really comes from? It comes from farms, farmers, and their families. At Healthy Eats, we believe if we wouldn't serve it to our families, we wouldn't serve it to yours. From farm to folks, we do things the way they're meant to be.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts. Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home. Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and athletes. Whether it's the London Knights, Nationals, or Lightning, or even your London Majors, Game Day London has you covered. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com. Game Day London, proud sponsor of your London Majors. Back here on Majors TV coverage of London Majors baseball. We are back for the top half of the 8th inning, 23-4. That is not a typo on your screen. The Majors lead by a boatload here as we move along to the 8th inning here in London. Anderson Acevedo will come into the ball game here for the Majors to pitch presumably the 8th and 9th inning. Robert Mullen came into the ball game at second base. He is now moved behind the plate as Kieran Bowles moves out to second base. So it's just a swap between those two. McQueen still remains at third. Candell at short, Perrier at first. Reichstein, Lawrence, Joseph left to right in the outfield. Swing and a miss on the first pitch fastball by Acevedo. Pitched in just 11 innings since coming over to the Majors this season. ERA was a little bit elevated, struggled in his first couple of appearances. But if on his game can be a big part of the Majors' success here in the postseason. He's up 0-2. And a swing and a miss. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes, and there's one gone to begin the 8th inning. Anderson did have 13 strikeouts in those 11 innings pitched. Native of the Dominican Republic. Last pitched on the 14th of August, so it's been a little while for him. Called a strike, and he gets ahead. Pitched in a 17-2 win over the Kitchener Panthers. 1 inning pitch, 1 earned run. Fastball right past Robert Mullen into the backstop, 1-1. Here's his delivery to the plate. Inside edge, called a strike, 1-2. His appearances this year, a couple of earned runs in the last 2, but he had a stretch, 5 innings pitched over 5 games where did not give up an earned run. This one's hit out in the air to center field. Lawrence underneath it makes the catch. And there are 2 quickly retired here to start the top of the 8th inning. So 2 outs in the inning. Andrew Gurecki will come in to take an at bat here in the top of the 8th inning. misses, 1-1. Just missing. 2 balls and a strike now. Called a strike on Gurecki, 2-2. Looks like Graham Tevitt has grabbed a bat as well for the Sox on deck. Whether or not he get to hit this inning is up to Gurecki, who fouls one off into the glove of Mullen. And he'll live to see another pitch here on the top of the 8th. Acevedo ready, the 2-2 hit in the air left field. Reichstein ranges over towards the line, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3, top of the 8th inning for the Majors. 23-4 the score as we head to the bottom half of the 8th.
And the winning ticket number is 129.
Welcome back to London Majors Baseball here on Majors TV. We move along. It is the bottom of the 8th inning, and Chris McQueen will step in to lead things off here for the Majors. (23-4) is the score right now, as Aiden Colangelo is back out onto the hill here for Brantford. McQueen on the ground, second base. Picked up a couple of hops. The throw to one is going to be in time to get him. 1 pitch, 1 out for Colangelo to start the bottom of the 8th. Phil Whalen now will come to the plate. There's one gone after the ground out from Chris McQueen. Whalen in the air, on a line, left field, and caught by Wilson. Majors being aggressive at the plate here. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and in the bottom of the 8th. Just the start to the inning Colangelo wanted. Throwing strikes, the Majors are ready to hit.
Number 7, Starling Joseph.
Joseph 3 for 5 in the ballgame. Call the strike to start the at-bat to him. flew out to center field. Sacrifice fly, home run, fly out, home run, and a single. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Doesn't offer at it. That ball just missing. Count moves to 1-1. Colangelo grabbing a sign from Pomerleau behind the plate. Curveball slips out of the hand upstairs. Joseph has to dive out of the way. Two balls and a strike on Starling Joseph. Picked out of the dirt by Pomerleau. 3-1 now. Joseph looking to reach base for the 4th time in the ball game. He's had some really good at-bats so far tonight. 3-1 delivery, called a strike on the outside corner. And from 3-1 it goes to 3-2 in full. Colangelo, the sign and delivery. It'll miss for ball 4. And Joseph walks with 2 outs here in the inning, which will bring up Byron Reichstein. Who himself having a decent ball game, 2 for 4. Ready, the first offering to Reichstein will miss outside and off the plate. Joseph at first base having a conversation as Reichstein rips one but foul. Graham Tebbett, who grabbed a bat to hit but did not get up in the top half of the 8th inning, is over at first base in place of Nick Burdett. Ready for the 2-1 offering to Reichstein. Curveball dropped in there for a strike. And it's 2-2 now. Colangelo looking to get out of the inning here. Curveball and on a line, caught at second base. Majors get a base runner, but that's all they get here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll go to the 9th, looking to close out this ball game. The Majors lead 23-4 here on Majors TV.
My name's Tiffany Creasy, and I take care of the sales and marketing at Rickard Promotions and Recognition. Some of the things that we do at Rickard Promotions and Recognition is we bring your brand to life. We kind of put your logo on anything that you can give away or brand, and we can service clients right across Canada. At Rickard Promotions and Recognition, we can take care of your designing of your logo for any artwork that you need done for the branding. And a lot of people don't realize we can do that here. We also have our in-house production that we take care of your order from start to finish right here at our one location. So with keeping everything in-house from graphic design to in-house production, we're able to get you your order a lot quicker with faster turnaround time. We'll help gather your ideas together, give you some options to kind of narrow down the search for you, whether it be from your apparel to promotional products. And from there, we'll get your mock-ups done, proofs done, order done, and the quality control is right there all along the way for you.
So tell me where it hides. I know I got some lightning currents running through me. I found that silver lining on the inside of me. Yeah.
We are back here for
Do
the
you
ninth
know where your
inning.
food comes from?
Acevedo on the mound trying
Like
to close
where it
this
really
one out
comes
here
from?
for the Majors, who lead by a score of 23-4 in this Sunday night contest. Looking to close out the series, and when they do, they will await their second round opponent. Those looking for the schedule for round two, obviously we will not know it until we know the opponent for round two. Although based on the IBL's guidelines, they were looking to start series by Thursday of this week. So you can probably expect some home games this upcoming Labor Day weekend here at Labatt Park, depending on who the Majors play. Graham Tebbett is into the ball game here and will swing for Nick Burdett. Facing Anderson Acevedo here. First pitch called a strike, and he gets ahead 0-1. Tebbett in that right-hand batter's box, facing the big righty on the mound, missing inside 1-1. Set and ready. Here's the pitch to the plate. Called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tebbett. Tebbett not happy with the second strike call there. Takes some time out of the box to get himself ready for 1 and 2. To the plate and missing outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Acevedo looking to get the Majors through this 9th inning. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Ripped to shortstop, and it's going to get right past Keith Candell and into center field. It was a hard hit grounder at Candell. Couldn't control it off to his left. And it'll be a leadoff single here in the 9th for the Red Sox. Evan Ryan, he's 1 for 4. Will swing now for the Sox. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there to get him started. It's 0-1. Acevedo to the plate, and just off the plate, caught by Mullen. A ball and a strike now. Healthy cut there by Ryan. Swung on and missed 1 and 2. Looking to try and put him away here. Get the first down of the inning here for the Majors. Looks, deals, and that one's going to get away from Mullen. Up to second base is Tebbett on the play. On the count, that moves to 2 and 2. Quick check on the runner, now to the plate, and fouled off again. Staying alive is Ryan. To the plate, fastball, low and outside, and now the count will be full. Losing the zone a little bit here, but still in a good position. The 3-2 and ball 4. It'll miss inside, and now the Red Sox have the first 2 men aboard here to lead off the 9th inning. Roger Keane will come to the plate now. 1 for 4 as well for Brantford in the ball game. After the Sox have got a couple of guys on to begin the 9th inning. Looking to have some quality at bats here in the 9th. And on the ground, third base, McQueen to 2. The throw to 1, and in time to get him. 5-4-3 double play for the Majors. There's 2 gone. Tebbett is up to third on the play. As Wilson now down to their final out of the season, the Red Sox, and it's hit back up the middle. Base hit, scores a run. Tebbett into scores. The Red Sox, their first run since the top of the 3rd, and it's 23-5. That was Wilson with the hit and the RBI. Colangelo hitting now. And a big swing and miss. Healthy cut at the first pitch fastball. 0-1 here on Colangelo. Just off the plate. 1-1. Cued off the end of the bat, and it'll be a foul ball towards first base. So the count moves to 1-2 here. And the Red Sox down to their final strike. And called strike 3, the ball game is over. Sox pick up 1 in the top of the 9th, but the Majors put up 23 runs on 24 hits and sweep the best-of-5 series 3-0. They will await their second-round opponent as the series between the Cardinals and Royals finishes up earlier this week. The performance they were looking for the Majors, and a big win here at Labatt Memorial Park to finish off this series. We welcome you up here to the Game Day London broadcast booth for the post-game show. The Majors 23-5 winners over the Brantford Red Sox. 24 hits for the London Majors. It is their high for the season in runs and hits. The Red Sox, they just did not have the pitching to get through this series. 2 wins all season long. They knew it was going to be an uphill battle, and the Majors took it to them here, showing why they are the #1 seed in the playoffs. They will await their second-round opponent, and when they do, they'll have an exciting second-round matchup with whoever that may be. It could be the Hamilton Cardinals. It could be the Toronto Maple Leafs. Those are the 2 teams that might be facing London in round 2. That does it for our coverage here from Labatt Memorial Park tonight. The teams shake hands down at field level, and we will see you when the second round schedule comes out from Majors TV.